So let us head over to Johannesburg, where Debora Patta is standing by. Debora, you know, while here in this country people are biting their fingernails down to the nub, trying to, you know, wait for the outcome of this election, it's happening all across the world as well. Everyone's watching. I posted this meme of a Canadian anxiously looking out their window, eating ketchup chips as they nervously await the outcome of this election. And something tells me that that feeling is replicated all across the globe.
Good morning, Anne-Marie. You are so right. I mean, this election, just like millions of Americans, it's being watched by people here. It's such a cliffhanger of an election. The stakes are global. And so it seems is the audience, as America's friends, its rivals and its foes wait to see what happens next. Now, President Trump's early declaration of victory and accusations of voter fraud have been met with shock in many countries. In Europe, Germany's defense minister called the US election an explosive situation with the possibility of a constitutional crisis. Chinese state media compared the US election to one in a developing nation and has repeatedly expressed the possibility for potential violence. While in Russia it is the complete opposite, state TV has boldly declared that Joe Biden has no chance for victory, even though, as we know, US media outlets still consider the race too early to call. Now, in Uganda, a very different electoral contest where presidential candidate Bobi Wine has been arrested. Ugandan police used live ammunition, rubber bullets and tear gas to break up a protest by his supporters. Wine is a singer whose humble origins and popularity have garnered a massive following against the current president, Yoweri Museveni's 34-year authoritarian rule. Wine was detained near a venue where he had just been certified as a presidential candidate. Police say he was taken into custody because he had plans to hold an illegal procession. And finally, no matter who wins the election, the United States will formally leave the Paris Climate Accord today. Of the nearly 200 nations that signed the agreement, the US is the only one to walk away from its promise to reduce greenhouse gas emissions aimed at slowing down climate change. The exit of the world's largest economy and the second biggest emitter of greenhouse gases after China comes 3 years to the day after President Trump began the drawn-out legal process of withdrawing the nation from this international pact. Now, whether the US exit will be brief or lasting really depends on the outcome of this presidential election. So another reason to watch it closely. Vice President Joe Biden has promised that he will rejoin the Paris Accord if he's elected to the White House. Anne-Marie?
Yeah, indeed. I think a lot of people might have thought that, you know, once the announcement was made that the U.S. was leaving the Paris Accord, then that was it. But as you pointed out, it's a legal document. You don't just rip it up. It takes a while to disentangle from it. And who knows? Like you point out, we might be tangled right back up again. Not really tangled, but in January. Debora Patta in Johannesburg, thank you so much.